Have you ever been to Renfrew along the boneless share?
It was in the winter of 1873 when fire raged through the village of Renfrew, killing 4 people and destroying over a block of businesses and buildings. That spring, the Renfrew Fire Department was born, with the first volunteer fire brigade and 1 single hand-pump fire engine. The first water hookup was to the Renfrew Mercury office, and those first fire lines of hose began to flow in 1897. This was also the year that they purchased the fire bell, which was held in the fire station on the corner of Duke and Argyle Streets. Along with summoning the firefighters to a general alarm, it was the 9 o'clock curfew bell, and heaven help those who were not home before it stopped ringing. Until 1963, the chief of police would make sure that children got a personal escort home if they were caught breaking the curfew. This photo shows the Renfrew volunteer firefighters standing beside the fire hall, which was completed in 1921. The bell was moved at that time and added to the tower in the new fire station on the corner of Plant Street and Railway Avenue. The bell remained in use until 1963. In 1996, the Renfrew Firefighters Association created a fitting monument for it at the base of the tower. Where once there was a bell in the tower to announce a fire, today an emergency call will be answered at the Central Communication Center at 490 Raglan Street North. A general alarm is silent and transmitted by digital cellular communication to the fire hall comm center, and firefighters are alerted through pagers that they carry with them while on duty or on call. The firefighters also answer emergency calls for Renfrew Hydro Inc. and the Development and Works Department when those offices are closed. The fire hall is a beautiful historic building with a tower that is still used today to dry the hoses, and a newly encased classic brass pole that has been well preserved over the years, although using the stairs is more popular. Located at 152 Plant Street South, the hall is approximately 8,000 square feet, with an annex that was added in 1985. Currently, it is home to 2 pumper trucks, a 75-foot aerial truck, and a heavy rescue unit that is equipped with everything necessary to perform the duties with as little effort as possible. The Firefighters Association are also the proud owners of a 1951 pumper truck, which they use for parades and display. Renfrew firefighters, also described as Renfrew's finest, are sportsmen with great community spirit. And I say sportsmen because to date there has yet to be a female firefighter in the ranks. On December 13th, 2009, when the Olympic torch came through town, the firefighters took up the call to play road hockey and possibly win Renfrew a Kraft Hockeyville title. They entertained and appeared to enjoy themselves as much as the onlookers. Peter Clark reported in the Renfrew Mercury that at the Renfrew Olympic Hockeyville Road Hockey Challenge prior to the Olympic torch's arrival, the Millionaires captured the 5-team event with a thrilling 3-2 victory over the Renfrew firefighters in the final. They have constructed or helped to construct a number of rest areas throughout the town. These are a welcome addition to those who travel the network of trails that course through Renfrew. Their finest work by far is the reconstruction of the interior of the fire hall completed in 2010. They had to tear back to bare boards and replace all the plumbing and wiring along with new floorboards, windows, and cabinets. What an amazing job they did. The people of the town supplied the dollars through taxation, and the firefighters provided the free manpower and the loan of their carpentry tools. There is currently one neighbouring community who have a fire service contract with the town of Renfrew, and that is Admaston Bromley. The firefighters also dispense and keep track of the sale of metered municipal water that is sold to fill pumper trucks from other municipalities and private commercial companies. Our firefighters collect food for the local food bank and accept financial contributions with an annual Help the Needy campaign during the Santa Claus Parade. Today, the Renfrew Fire Department has 11 full-time firefighters, including the chief, 2 captains, and 3 lieutenants. There are also 12 volunteers who respond to an average 225 calls per year. The Fire Marshal's office requires 10 firefighters to respond to a call within 10 minutes of an emergency being declared. All staff and volunteers are required to take regular training and to maintain healthy and safe standards. The Renfrew Fire Department physical test for recruits, last revision in June 2009, states that the physical test for recruiting members for the Renfrew Fire Department is extremely demanding. It goes on to state that candidates who are not in excellent physical condition should not attempt the test. Candidates with injuries or with illnesses requiring medication should also not attempt the test. You are responsible to ensure that you present yourself in good physical condition, rested and hydrated, in order to maximize your chances of success. If at any time during the test you feel unable to continue, please advise the person who is monitoring you in order that he may stop the test. Should the officer monitoring the test feel that it is unsafe for the candidate to continue, he will stop the test immediately. Candidates should report at least 15 minutes before their test time to be fitted for gear and prepare to remain at the station after the testing has been completed for at least 15 minutes so that they can be monitored during the cool-down period.
Good time.
There are 10 evolutions in the test. Each evolution is designed to simulate an actual requirement of the occupation. The evolutions are not timed individually, but candidates will receive a total time for the test. The maximum time allotted for the test is 15 minutes. Candidates who do not complete the test in 15 minutes or who are unable to complete any of the individual evolutions will be deemed to have failed the test. Full turnout gear is to be worn for the test, flash hood not included. Self-contained breathing apparatus is to be worn without a facepiece. Gloves may be removed for the hose load pull in the tower only. Evolution number 1. Ladder climb. Candidates will be instructed to climb the ladder at the tower to the top. The test time will commence when the candidate touches the ladder. Once at the top, with feet on taped rung, candidate will hold and wait for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, he will be told to climb down. The purpose of this evolution is to determine the candidate's ability to climb, and it will also determine whether the candidate has a problem with heights. Evolution number 2. Advancing a charged hose line. Candidate will drag a charged 65 mm hose line, complete with nozzle, past the 50-foot marker and back. Evolution number 3. Ladder carry, raise, climb. Candidate will carry a 14-foot roof ladder to an area specified by the instructor, raise the ladder by the method of his choice, and climb up and down the ladder 3 times to the rung indicated. Evolution number 4. Hook up hose line at pumper. Candidate will hook to the discharge side of the pump with the high volume line provided. Roll out hose to gated Y appliance, roll out 65 mm line to nozzle, and provide a continuous waterway.
Good job, Mark. your foot on your knob. On it. Right on the hole. Yeah. Turn your nozzle on. Closer your foot is to the coupling, better it is. Now spin your whole knob.
Evolution number 5, hydraulic spreader carry. Candidate will pick up and carry the hydraulic spreader around the 50-foot marker and back to where it was located.
Set it back where you got it.
Evolution number 6, ladder climb, lower, carry. Candidate will climb the ladder previously raised 3 times as before. After climbing down for the 3rd time, the ladder is to be lowered and returned to its original position. Evolution number 7, hose carry to the town hall stair tower and hand over hand rope pull. Candidates will pick up hose load, 2 times 65 millimeter lines, and place it on the right shoulder. Drop load at the top of the town hall staircase, and then pick up a rolled line of hose and completely lower it to the basement and raise it to the top level again using a hand-over-hand motion. Drop the rolled hose and pick up and place on the left shoulder the 2-bound 65 millimeter lines of hose and carry them back to the fire hall. No running on the stairs, and using the rail is recommended. Drop this 45-pound hose load where it was found. Evolution number 8, forcible entry drill. Candidate to move weighted tire 16 inches by striking it with a swinging motion using a 10-pound sledgehammer. Evolution number 9, hose pull on the station floor. Candidates to pull a rolled hose load, 2 times 65 millimeter, across the bay floor 3 times using a hand-over-hand motion. Evolution number 10, dummy drag. Candidate to drag mannequin around the pylons and to the finish line. This completes the course. Firefighters are also tested wearing a self-contained breathing apparatus. Historically, a firefighter was required to grow a beard, and if he needed to enter a smoke-filled building, he would dip the beard into a pail of water and then hold it to his nose and mouth. Today, a firefighter must be clean-shaven in order to create a good seal around the self-contained breathing apparatus.
The Renfrew Fire Department responded to a call at 12:14 p.m. of a fire on Bar Street. A blaze had broken out in a single-family dwelling at 330 Bar Street in Renfrew. A Canada Post employee called 911 as they heard the sound of a smoke alarm in the home, which was unoccupied at the time. Although a dog was escorted safely out of the residence. 17 firefighters arrived to face the smoke coming from the basement area of the home. They had the fire under control in a short time. Fire damage was limited, but the majority of the home and its contents suffered heavy smoke damage. Renfrew Fire Chief Guy Longton talks about the blaze.
Well, the guys are still working a fire scene here over on Bar Street. We received a call from a postman walking by, happened to hear a smoke alarm going off in the house. There seems to be a fair amount of smoke damage throughout the house and some fire damage. The guys are still working at it. We have no idea what the cause is yet.
The Renfrew Fire Department is still investigating into the cause of the fire. Reporting for TV Coach Go News, I'm Jeremy Charbonneau.
Two of the most important aspects of the firefighters' many duties are communication and education, and much of their time is spent in the schools and nursing homes teaching others how to respond during a major emergency. They work along with other emergency service departments at all levels of government to prepare for and practice enactments of potentially life-threatening situations. While performing inspections in businesses and industry, they instruct staff and the general public about safe practices during emergency evacuations, and they also hold a Fire Safety Week in the community each year.
Fire Prevention Week 2009, which this year runs from October 4th to 10th, focuses on burn awareness and prevention, as well as keeping homes safe from the leading causes of home fires. Fire education activities were happening at the Renfrew Fire Hall, as grade 2 students from local schools had their fire safety knowledge put to the test.
Every year, annually, it's approximately I would say the second to third week in October, we have Fire Prevention Week at the Renfrew Fire Department. Kids come in from grade 1 through 5 or 6, and we have different programs set up for different age groups, different videos, different skits for them. One of the skits that we're going through today is we have a miniature smokehouse for the kids, just to show them what it's like to be in a house that's smoked out. So they have to find their way out. There's all the little techniques that they're taught right from kindergarten, to feeling the doors, to getting down low under smoke. Once they get through that, then they have to go to a meeting place, obviously, and we stress that. I feel that it's important to start as soon as possible, as soon as they can start to learn, because there is so much. Every year we kind of expand on the program, trying to make it work better for that grade themselves.
All right, so smoke, you guys. We got to stay low. Find your way out. Smoke alarm's going off. Is that a way out? I don't think so. Where are we going?
I see a door.
Oh, it's a door. What do we do? Feel it? Okay, that door is hot. There's fire behind there. What do we do now?
It's hot.
We gotta find another way out. Okay, there's a door. Is it hot?
No.
All right, let's open that door.
The Renfrew Fire Department was also using the Public Awareness Day as an opportunity to remind parents about the most important piece of equipment in preventing fires.
Smoke alarms. We try to get the kids to tell the parents, because we don't see the parents, right? But to send a message out to the parents to test their smoke alarms and change the batteries twice a year. That's one of the big issues that we deal with as well.
Both students and firefighters enjoy both the physical activities and talks on safety, such as safe cooking. Firefighters hope that the children will take home a greater understanding of fire safety. Reporting for TV Cogeco News, I'm Leo Freemar.
There is not much else to say about the people in this department. They go above and beyond the call of duty to serve and protect on a daily basis. I hope that you have enjoyed having a look inside the Renfrew Fire Department. Maybe these people and their actions will inspire you to step forth as a volunteer. Perhaps the next time you meet a Renfrew firefighter, you could thank them for everything that they do for us. While you're at it, thank their families and friends who give the constant love and support that these people need to do their work. They, too, are unsung heroes and heroines of the Renfrew Fire Department. This story would not be complete if I did not mention the Tree of Lights that stands in Low Square. In 1997, a monument was placed near the base of the tree and dedicated to honor Renfrew's deceased firefighters.
It's a scenic little picture, a town that has such care. It's the spirit of the valley, let it flourish far and wide. There's a kind and loving feeling from the people deep inside. The rhythm of the downtown streets will help to ease your way. Come join us now and celebrate home of the NHA. Our family numbers thousands now, but think to way back when the Creamery Kings won the World Cup in the year of 1910. Have you ever been to Renfrew, along the Bonnechere? It's a scenic little picture, a town that has such care. It's the spirit of the valley, let it flourish far and wide.